What if there was an opportunity for you to express your feelings in a mutile way? Well, now is the time to do that. Let's talk about the astrology of December 23rd and 24th. Christmas Eve, Christmas Eve. So let's start talking about the very first aspect. The moon will sextile Mercury. So this can represent a couple of different things, but the main thing is there is a fluidity between your inner world and outer expression. This is good for speaking your emotional truth, for being truthful to who you are as a person with emotions, with feelings, and speak that truth. Speak what you're feeling, communicate what you're feeling. And the more you do this, the better off you will be. This is good for exams depending upon good memory. The more you share your feelings, the better. This is very, very productive for writing. So if there's any activities involving writing, sketching, fetching, calendar creating, painting, writing braille, whatever it can be, if it involves writing, if it involves you and creativity, then that's really, really good. So this is about communicating what is on your heart and mind. What is on your heart and mind? Now's the time to communicate that. You can do that through speaking, or you can write out your feelings through journaling, whatever your preference. It's very important that you have authenticity in your interactions, that you're true to yourself in your interactions and you're true to others as well. You may be feeling more genuine at this time. So, wanting to genuinely give, serve, make a difference, offer something up to somebody, this is great for that. It's important to discern which habits serve you and which habits don't serve you, and eliminate the ones that don't serve you. What old narratives or self imposed limitations are you holding on to? What old stories are you holding on to that now would be a good time to release those stories from your life? If you have gone off and smoked a bunch of times, or if you have deleted a lot of things, or if your narrative is, I am not good enough because I'm a certain way. These narratives, which deplete your sense of self-worth and self-confidence, must be released. So it's very, very important to make sure your voice reflects your inner world. This is very important that what you're saying is a reflection of your inner world, that you're true to that in that way. The next aspect is the moon is going to trine Jupiter. So you may be enveloped in a warm and expansive emotional state at this time. This is good for fostering connections with those around you, deepening your connections with those around you. This is good for offering emotional support to those in need, either by words of affirmation or through physical acts of kindness. Um, it's important not to neglect your own needs as well, to put yourself first, to take care of yourself and all the things you need to do for self-care before you help others. You know, put your oxygen mask on first before you help others. This is a time to take care of yourself and make sure that you have enough energy to give before you just give, 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 give. So it's very important. This is also good for giving back to charity, giving, being generous, giving the things that you don't need any longer to a thrift store or to market retail or something like that. You may have an abundant faith in spirituality as well. This is good for helping the oppressed. This is also good for entertaining people in your home, which should be a big success, which should go very, very well if you entertain people in your home for a Christmas party or a solstice party in your home. Uh, because we're getting towards the winter holidays. So if you have anyone coming over, now it's a great time to entertain them and make it their best night ever. And so your nurturing, what you have to give in terms of your nurturing, is well received by others at this time. So keep on doing that. Keep on doing what works. The next aspect is we have Venus in a trine with Black Moon Lilith. So this represents our feelings are well received and our emotional expression of those feelings is well received. This is good for picking flowers in the field. You may get back against resistance at this point in time. And it's also important to appreciate the unconventional beauty in your life. So, I pulled some oracle cards from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. I call it Baron Reed, Alberto Villoldo, and Marcelo Lobos. And the cards that I pulled were the Gatherer and Magic Reverse. This is all about looking to the abundance around you, knowing that you're so abundant, and looking to all that you have around you and writing down, maybe speaking aloud, affirming all that you have around you. Your books, if you have oracle cards, if you have food, the people in your life, all these things make up your abundant life. So it's important to do what you can to make yourself feel so abundant for what you have. And it's important to recognize what you do have and not what you don't have, and celebrate all that you have. Even if you're celebrate all that you have gotten, if you have a goal of attaining certain things, celebrate what you already have attained, as opposed to getting caught up in I don't have all these things yet. So it's really, really important to remember, stay present with the fact of what you have now in the present moment. So it's important to remember your connection to spirit and all that is because maybe you've forgotten your connection to spirit. Maybe you forgot that you have a partner in your life called spirit that is there for you whenever you need it, whenever you want it. And so don't forget to co-create your reality. You create your reality, but you also co-create it with spirit. You are not meant to go through life alone. It's also important to develop a childlike curiosity about life. Be curious. Have a beginner's mind. Be curious. I wonder. I'm interested. I want to look into this. I want to learn all these things. I want to read all the books on myself. I want to go online and research things. Being very curious, being very innocent and curious in that kind of way, just like a child is. This is good for preparing for winter, gathering your loved ones close, doing the necessary shopping, making sure that you have enough food in your cupboards, all those kind of things like that. This is good for counting your blessings and celebrating the fruit in your field of dreams, of all that you have in your field of dreams already. So count your blessings, note all the things that you have, affirm all the things that you have, and celebrate what you already have. So, moving on to December 24th. The very first aspect is Jupiter is squaring Saturn. So this is the second square of Jupiter and Saturn. We had one on the 19th of August, wrapping it again on December 24th, and then June 15th, 2025 is the final square of Jupiter to Saturn. So this is the time to really, really look at what you need to release from your life that no longer serves you. What are you holding on to that you know isn't working for you anymore that you must release from your life? Improve the bottom line. It's a really, really huge thing right now. Be as patient as you can be with how things are coming along in your life, with the projects that you have, with the indebtedness that you have, with the indebtedness that you have, with all the things you're doing, with all the goals that you have to achieve. Be patient. Know that it's not going to happen in one fell swoop. It's not going to happen overnight. It may not happen in a couple of days or weeks, but over time, the hard work will build up to be that final product. So know that. This is about creating a more authentic and fulfilling life path. It's also important to set healthy boundaries that honor your needs at this particular point in time. Setting healthy boundaries is really what this comes down to. It's very, very important to have those healthy boundaries in mutile. It's important to be compassionate towards yourself and others. This is always good advice, but especially at this time, because you may be more prone with a Saturn energy of judgment, criticism, um, all those kind of things, cold emotions in play in tandem. So, um, it's very important to have compassion, is what this is about. Move towards a more integrated and empowered self. That's also good advice at this time. So, the moon is going to conjunct Black Moon Low. So emotions can be acted on impulse. Now you're feeling these emotions and you're acting them very, very impulsively. You may run the gamut of rage at this time, so that might be something worth considering, as rage will bubble up onto the surface for your life to look at that, to acknowledge that, and to face that rage. You may be feeling down by others who can't keep up with you in your life. This is about rebelling against anyone who seems too controlling or inhibiting. So you're feeling this very, very strong need to rebel against these kind of people and to these people who limit you, who inhibit you, who restrict you from being your true authentic self. And so things may feel restrictive as kind of a sources of trouble, as sources of trouble. So things may be feeling this kind of way at this time for you. So um, maybe feeling restricted. That's part of this. And so this is about integrating previously denied parts of yourself. What are the parts of you that you deny that you put down? Now it's time to acknowledge those parts of yourself and bring them into your wholeness. The moon will trine Venus. So this is all about setting healthy boundaries to how much you indulge in pleasure, not overdoing it, making sure to moderate yourself is what this is about. And what small nurturing steps can you take to honor your routine also? So really, really following your routines is really good with this. This is about creating beauty and spaces that truly reflect the beauty in your life that you want to create. So creating that beauty all around you is really important. Pulling out all the stops to make sure that others are surrounded by luxury, that others are experiencing luxury. It's time to give other people luxury. This is all about indulging yourself in gifts and rates, because Venus is all about gift giving and those kind of things like that. Um, it's a benefic energy. So, you may indulge yourself in gifts like that. This is about expressing your generosity to others and luck and love in relationships. Maybe feeling a lot of luck in love in relationships. It's time to express that luck into the world. Now, the oracle cards for this day. So the two cards that I pulled are first of all the Council and Luminous Warrior. So this is all about having a positive mindset, really choosing to see the positive aspects of your life and all of your life has around you, really, really opening your mind to what could be good here in this situation, even if I've ruined it, even if I've wrecked it, even if I deleted all that stuff and done all those things that I feel remorse for doing, what in this situation is still positive for me to to hold on to really, really log into myself, that kind of way. So this is about loving greatly and clearly and dearly, um, and thinking positive as best as you can. It's very, very important at this time to don't focus on what's wrong with you or the world, but focus on what's good, what is right, what is working in your life, what is working for the world at large. This is also about focusing on your inner wisdom and beauty because you have so much wisdom and beauty inside of you. So recognize that beauty and do those things that help you see the beauty within you. So this is all about listening to your inner voice and trusting your intuition is really, really important with this as well. So that is your astrology and oracle readings for December 23rd and 24th. I'll see you back on December 23rd when this video premieres. That'll be December 22nd. I'll see you back on December 24th once the next video premieres. Um, December 23rd. December 24th is when the next video after this one premieres. So, thank you everybody. Bye for now.